Hello everyone, my name is Sophia Rufina Ambaristi with student number B03255015. Today I am going to explain about equivalent above word level. There are 2 points I will explain. First is collocation and second is idioms. So, let's get started. The first point is collocation. So, what is collocation? A collocation is 2 or more words that often go together and cannot be freely replaced. Translator must do 3 important things. First, translator must understand the context. Second, translator must considering the culture. And third, translator must always use natural collocation in target language. Collocation has several types. Number 1 is lexical collocation. These are natural words combination, like nouns, verbs, or adjectives without using prepositions or specific grammar words. For examples, verb plus noun combination. In English, we say pay attention. When translated into Indonesian, it naturally becomes menaruh perhatian, not membayar perhatian, because translator need to use natural collocation in the target language. Next, adjective plus noun combination. In English, we say strong wind. When translated into Indonesian, it naturally becomes angin kencang, not angin kuat. Next, noun plus verb combination. In English, we say time flies. When translated into Indonesian, it naturally becomes waktu berjalan cepat. Next, adverb plus adjective combination. In English, we say very clean. When translated into Indonesian, it naturally becomes sangat jelas. Next, noun plus noun combination. In English, we say coffee shop. When translated into Indonesian, it naturally becomes kedai kopi. Verb plus adverb combination. In English, we say run quickly. When translated into Indonesian, it naturally becomes berlari cepat. Number 2 is grammatical collocation. This refers to a main word like noun, adjective, or verb combined with a specific preposition or grammatical structure. For examples, noun plus preposition combination. In English, we say lack of. When translated into Indonesian, it naturally becomes kekurangan dari. Next, adjective plus preposition combination. In English, we say afraid of. When translated into Indonesia, it naturally becomes takut akan. Next, verb plus preposition combination. In English, we say listen to. When translated into Indonesian, it naturally becomes mendengarkan. Next, verb plus grammatical structure combination. In English, we say want to go. When translated into Indonesian, it naturally becomes ingin pergi. Number 3 is constructional collocation. These are words that must follow a strict sentence pattern. For example, in English, we say take a photo. When translated into Indonesian, it naturally becomes mengambil foto. Number 4 is idiomatic collocation. These are word pairs that create a symbolic or non-literal meaning. For example, the English phrase "spill the beans" doesn't talk about actual beans. The true meaning in Indonesian is buka kartu or membocorkan rahasia. Number 5 is frequent collocation. These are common words that naturally and regularly appear together in daily language. For example, the English combination "absolutely right" is frequently used and naturally translated to benar sekali. Next, here are the problems translator may encounter. Number 1 is source language interference. This happens when the translator is influenced too much by the source language structure, making the translation sounds unnatural. Number 2 is misunderstanding meaning, which means misinterpreting the word combination by reading it too literally. Number 3 is accuracy versus naturalness. This is the dilemma of choosing between lawyer wording or smooth reading. Number 4 is cultural differences. Some expressions or concepts may not exist in the target culture. Number 5 is unnatural collocations. This involves creating word pairings that are grammatically correct but sounds weird to native ears. To overcome these problems, translators can use these techniques or strategies. Number 1 is using established collocation in the target language. This means translating the phrase into a natural, widely accepted collocation in the target language. Number 2 is paraphrase, which involves rewriting the meaning of the collocation using simpler words when a direct equivalent doesn't exist. Okay, let's move on to the next part. The second point is idiom. An idiom is a fixed expression whose meaning cannot be understood from the meanings of individual words. Let's look at some examples. In English, we have spill the beans, which means membocorkan rahasia, and once in a blue moon, which means sangat jarang. Conversely, in Indonesian, we also have idioms like naik daun, which means becoming popular, and banting tulang, which means to work very hard. These expressions are called idioms because their meanings cannot be understood from the individual words literally. Just like collocations, translating idioms brings several difficulties. Here are the problems translator may encounter. Number 1 is recognizing idioms. A translator may not even realize that a certain phrase is actually an idiom. Number 2 is interpreting an idiom correctly. Even if it is recognized, the translator may still misunderstand the idiom's true meaning. Number 3 is rendering the various aspects of meaning that an idiom conveys into the target language. This is because idioms may contain cultural or emotional meanings that are hard to capture. Number 4 is transferring idioms in target text. This is a very common issue where some idioms simply have no equivalent expression at all in the target language. To overcome these problems, translators can use these techniques or strategies. Number 1 is translating using an idiom of similar meaning and form. For example, look at the source text. My father always says that the time is money. In the target text, we can use an idiom that has the exact same meaning and form. So, it becomes, ayahku selalu mengatakan bahwa waktu adalah uang. Number 2 is translating using an idiom of similar meaning but dissimilar form. For example, look at the source text, it's raining cats and dogs. Since we don't have cats and dogs raining in Indonesian culture, the target text changes the form but keeps the meaning. So it becomes hujan sangat deras. Number 3 is translation by paraphrase. The idiom is explained using simpler words so the meaning becomes clear. For example, look at the source text. She wears makeup once in a blue moon. We paraphrase the idiom into a plain explanation in the target text. So it becomes, dia sangat jarang memakai riasan. Number 4 is translation by omission. Some parts of the idiom are omitted to make the sentence more natural and effective. For example, look at the source text. The exam was easy, a piece of cake. In the target text, the idiom a piece of cake is omitted because the word easy already conveys the meaning clearly in the target language. So it becomes ujiannya sangat mudah. Number 5 is borrowing. Translator keep the original idiom from the source language. For example, look at the source text. She is my best friend, my partner in crime. In the target text, the translator borrows the idiom my partner in crime. So it becomes, dia adalah sahabatku, my partner in crime. Okay, let's move on to the last part. Should translator always translate everything literally, or should they adjust the translation to the target culture and audience? Personally, I don't think translators have to translate everything literally all the time. Translators also need to adjust the translation to suit the target culture and audience, so that make the meaning easier to understand and more natural. Otherwise, it might seem weird. For example, break a leg literally means patahkan kaki, but the real meaning is semoga berhasil. Alright, that's all from me. I hope this explanation helps you to understand about equivalent above word level, especially collocation and idioms. Thank you so much for your attention. Bye bye.